high level of lead in the spices. What is the scale of danger? Chess and the internet. New challenges of the old game. Road repairs in Tbilisi. How are the residents affected? Also, we will have Alexandra Elisashvili, the independent mayor candidate, as a guest in our studio. Hi, we are watching Cephe Ay with Fatima Karimova
and Javid Ramazanov. The New York Department of Health revealed high level of lead in Georgian spices. Contaminated spices alarmed population. For detailed information, see Tatya Shashmalashvili and Kvan Samargishvili's report.
The statement about high level of lead in the spices exported from Georgia alarmed citizens. It was revealed by the New York Department of Health and published by Voice of America. Existence of high metals in different products is especially alarming for children and pregnant women. 24-year-old Zizi Mateshvili is among those who need to be informed properly about the dangers of the products she consumes. This information scares me because I am pregnant. Now I'm feeling good, but probably high level of lead is a risk factor for me and my baby. I'm worried about this issue. I'm going to limit usage of Georgian spices. Toxicologists in Georgia claim that complex issue needs to be more in-depth approached. The maximum amount of lead is 5 milligrams per kilogram in spices. People use spices in small quantities. However, it seems that it needs research and examination. The most dangerous is the lead in food products as they are absorbed from the soil. National Food Agency in Georgia has studied amount of heavy metals in different products, and high level of lead were detected several times before. But right now, no official statement has been made yet. New York Department of Health does not have any information about other important goods, since laboratory examination on other Georgian food products have not been done yet.
The polluted air is the main problem of Tbilisi population. Residents complain that there is no fresh air. Watch Kvan Samargishvili's report.
The population of Tbilisi is worried about the polluted air and exhaust. They complain that there is no fresh air in the city.
For me, one of the biggest problems in the city is so much exhaust. Because of this, it's impossible to walk children on the fresh air. So heard the way this park is so small, where there are 4 or 5 trees which are not enough. I don't say anything, most of the trees were cut down.
The polluted air is one of the main problems for Tbilisi population. Basically, the air is contaminated by the traffic that consumes the fuel of low quality. Studio Monitor journalist has research regarding to this topic.
Studio Monitor
has conducted experiment to research what was the amount of sulfur included diesel. Because the public transport uses Azerbaijani diesel, which enters by the biggest amount in Georgia. As a result, sulfur content exceeded the European standard 6.5 times.
As it turned out, benzol and other things are very harmful for the society.
For example, benzol is known as cancerogen. Benzol causes anaplastic anemia and develops cancer. But the most important and main is that the dust particles are very dangerous, which weighted up condition in the air now by the European requirements. Even 2.5 milliliter microscopic particles are very risky for the people.
National Environmental Agency checks only few substances in the air, but not the lead, which can cause a lot of damage to humans' health.
Hard dust particles are measured in 4 points of Tbilisi. Nowadays, we have an innovation, as before the dust was measured in total, and now we are sizing by chemical fraction. This is very important for people's health. As well, there is measured nitrogen and sulfur dioxide, ozone and carbon dioxide.
Mostly air is contaminated where the car's movement is intense. As a result of monitoring revealed some of the most polluted districts.
Now I am at one of the central districts of Tbilisi, where the air is most polluted at this place. According to the National Environmental Agency, there is the highest waste of nitrogen dioxide at the crossing of Melikishvili and Nikolaze streets.
Nowadays, there is no technical inspection in Georgia. That's why many cars are mechanically in a bad condition. However, there are many other reasons of pollution, so it needs complex approach to improve air quality in the city.
Tbilisi City Hall began reconstruction in one of the most overloaded streets, Pekini. According to the plan, the road and sidewalks will be regulated, and water, natural gas, electricity and internet network will also be replaced. Watch Anna Maharadze's and Natya Kurdadze's report.
Tbilisi City Hall began reconstruction of one of the most overloaded Pekini Street. According to the plan, the road and sidewalk will be regulated, and water, natural gas, electricity and internet network will also be replaced.
Reconstruction of Pekini Street started in June. Because of the renovations, the street is half closed. That's why the drivers are using alternative ways.
Upcoming vehicles from Vajab Shavel are moving towards Square of May 26, and streams upcoming from opposite side are moving towards Kostava Avenue and then move to the other street.
What other problems are they facing, and what problems are facing the pedestrians while using the street? We try to find out in our workshop.
ეს გადაცხრილი მტვერი ცოტა ცუდია, მაგრამ რაღაც კარგი არის, რომ გაკეთდება ბოლოს და რაღაც იქნება.
პროპტებია და გადაცხრილია და ვერ მოძრაობთ. აი ეგ არის რა. სანამ აქამდე მოვიდოდი, დიდხანს მომიწია წლებს ვარტყამ რაღაც საიდანაც საბუთალოს ქუჩიდან მოვედი ძლივს.
მარტო მე არა, ყველას აქვს ეს პრობლემა, მაგრამ ვართ ისეთი იმითი განწყობილი, რომ გვინდა რომ ესე იგი ქვეყანაში გაკეთდეს ყველაფერი.
You have some dust, you have noise, a lot of heavy vehicles all over, heavy traffic, but as while it's taking like, let's say, months or two, I think it's okay because it's going to stay for years.
მე თვითონ მძღოლი ვარ და ძალიან მიხარია, რომ კეთდება სარემონტო სამუშაოები, იმიტომ რომ არაფრით არ ვარგო და ანუ ასფალტის ზედაპირი.
როცა გაკეთდება, კარგი იქნება. როცა გაკეთდება, მაგრამ როდის გაკეთდება ვინ იცის. ამას უნდა ერთი სამი თვე. აღარა დღე და ღამე მუშაობდი, რო იძახია, სად არის ღამე მუშაობა?
According to City Hall, street rehabilitation works will last until September.
The officials ignore construction norms while building new residence areas in Tbilisi. As a result, residents will not see sunlight from their windows. Tamar Kvachanteradze covers the issue.
This block is building only a few centimeters far from Paliashvili 61st. Depend on the City Institute of Georgia, density of population is twice more than norm. Despite 300 people per hectare, there is living 600 or more. Expert says that building coefficient is not protected.
Distance between constructions is dependent on the standard of visual norms, which should not be less than 20 meters. Those norms could be protected, but it can be abolished lightning index.
In Tbilisi, there are many cases when new construction somehow hurts other blocks' residents.
This constructive building near Paliashvili 61st is one of the buildings in Tbilisi which makes dark other people's balcony and windows. But locals don't want to speak about these problems openly. As in private conversations, they say the building company during construction damaged their windows and other things, and they are afraid if they will appear somewhere, the construction company will not pay them any compensation.
The same problem we meet at Rustaveli first. Here some families have to live under the shadow of Panorama Tbilisi. As the block's chairman Tornike Fulariani says, locals claimed Panorama Tbilisi's construction before it started. Their main demand was that Panorama Tbilisi should be a little far from Rustaveli Street in order to stay light for locals.
ჩვენს მიერ მოხდა სასამართლოში საჩივრის შეტანა, თუმცა იმის გამო რომ არ არსებობს ესე კონკრეტული სამართლებრივი ნორმა.
We filed a lawsuit in the court, but neither the law about the distances between the buildings nor the regulation about the dead walls and windows exist in the Code of Georgia, so we had nothing to grab on.
მშენებლობის ნორმებიდან გამომდინარე არ ქონდა.
Rustaveli first case now is in Court of Appeal, and their advocate refrained from commenting with us.
The independent member of Assembly, Alexander Elisashvili, participates in the Tbilisi mayor elections as an independent candidate. Later, he declared that he knows Tbilisi problems well and won't solve them. As a continuation of our topic, the independent...
The first thing I do in case of my win, I will kick out the city park from Tbilisi. Until even sitting on my seat, I will sign this document. My team will be completed with qualified and honest professionals. They will not be famous singers or dancers, but they will be professionals in their field.
As a continuation of our topic, independent candidate Alexander Elisashvili in our studio. Our reporter Teona Chakvetadze will interview him.
Thank you, Javit.
Mr. Aliko, thank you for coming. Thank you. What do you think is the Tbilisi problem main?
ჩემი აზრით ყველაზე დიდი პრობლემა არის ამ პრობლემას იმდენ ყურადღებას ჩვენ არ ვაქცევთ, მაგრამ აგერ ნიუ-იორკის ჯანდაცვის დეპარტამენტმაც გითხრა რა არის ჩვენთან ყველაზე დიდი პრობლემა. ეს არის არაჯანსაღი გარემო და სიცოცხლისთვის საშიში ჰაერი. ეს არის ყველაზე მნიშვნელოვანი პრობლემა. ეს გონია რომ არის მეათე ხარისხოვანი, მაგრამ შემდეგ ფატალურ შედეგებში უბლით ვასკდებით ხოლმე. ჯანდაცვის სამინისტროს ოფიციალური მონაცემებით ეს გამოვიხსენეთ მონაცემები წელიწადში შარშან წინ 10,000-ზე მეტი ახალი ონკოლოგიური დაავადების შემთხვევა იყო და თან წარმოიდგინეთ რომ რა ეს სტატისტიკა ეყრდნობა მონაცემები იმ ადამიანებს რომლებიც მივიდნენ გაესინჯნენ ექიმს და აღმოაჩინეს რომ ონკოლოგიური დაავადებები წარმოიდგინეთ რამდენი ადამიანი შეიძლება ვართ მატარებელია სიმსივნური დაავადებით.
Imagine how many people are carrying this disease. This is the biggest problem. And those problems that make this health problems, this is the main problem, and we don't pay attention to this, that we should be paying attention to. How will you solve this problem?
შხამიანი ჰაერი და ის რომ ზოგადად ქალაქი არის ძალიან
mainly the Tbilisi's
არის შედეგი 25 წლიანი ურბანული ქაოსის მიმდინარეობს თბილისში. სამშენებლო ქაოსი
what we got after 20-something years because of buildings
და საერთო ჯამში ქმნის კიდეც ამ ქაოსს.
ეს
ქაოსი არის შესაძლებელი. და ქალაქი
and we have to stop this.
გადავიდეს წესებით,
we have to get the city to start living healthier.
რაც გინდა, სადაც გინდა და როგორც გინდა ისე
we can't be building and doing anything we want in the city.
ყველაფრის უფლების წინაპირობა არის ის, რომ სადღაც გავლენიანი ნაცნობი გყავს,
And
სადღაც
this is the reason because
პოლიტიკური პარტიის ლიდერს იცნობ, ან
they are
გაქვს დიდი ფული
political
და
parties
გადაიხდიდა რასაც
and political party members that know someone.
ასე არ შეიძლება
And
მოიცე. ესენ ქალაქი არის
this shouldn't be happening.
საჯარო სივრცეს, აქ თავისი წესები, თავისი რეგულაციები და ეს წესები
We
და
have
რეგულაციები არადაარღვევს.
to have our regulations and our
ეს
rules and
ქაოსი
this shouldn't be
შესაძლებელი და
broken.
უნდა დაიწყოს ამ ქალაქის გაჯანსაღება ყველა მიმართულებით.
We have to make a healthy city. What are your chances at election and what do you think is your voter?
პოლიტოლოგებმა, ჩემი შანსები შეაფასონ სოციოლოგებმა.
So socialists and politologists should see my chances and evaluate my chances. They should see who has the best chances. I will be using my best to tell the population what I want from the city and what I will be trying and what I will be doing with the people to make this city better. I will do that. And everyone else can talk about and evaluate my chances. Yesterday at the Gulashvili Park, you made an announcement saying that you won't accept any financial support from the business or from political parties. How will you be supporting your party? I will be getting financial support from the business and the population, which will be I'll be getting it for my party, but I won't be getting any financial support from the big businesses. Because that means a lot of big interest. Because when a big business is financing you, then you are in debt with them, and then you play with their rules.
ქალაქის მართვას და ქალაქის პერსპექტივას არამედ უყურებ ბიზნესის ინტერესებს.
You're following the rules and what they want to do. Well, they will tell you, I gave you $500,000, so you have to get it back.
ვალდებულებები გაქვს აღებული და შესაბამისად ხარ ტყვეობაში, ხარ დატყვევებული ამ ხალხის პარტიული კანდიდატებისთვის. ემატება კიდევ ის რომ პარტიული ლიდერების წინაშე ხარ ანგარიშვალდებული და ქალაქი, ხალხის პრობლემები და ქალაქის პრობლემები შემდგენიათი ხარისხოვანი რჩება. ჩვენ აი ამ წრეზე დავდივართ უკვე. მას შემდეგ რაც თბილისში შემოვიღე თვითმმართველობა და მას შემდეგ რაც ყავს მეერები.
And we've had this problem since we have mayors in Tbilisi.
ყველა პარტიული, აბსოლუტურად. ყველა მერი იყო თავისი დამნიშნების ან პარტიული ლიდერის წინაშე ანგარიშვალდებული. აი ეს
was in debt.
თავაზობ ჩემ თავს მოსახლეობას და თავაზობ იმას რომ
this is what I promised to my population and people.
შესაძლებლობებით გავწყვიტოთ ეს მოჯადოებული წრე.
We should stop doing this and getting big businesses and their financial support. And we should be dependent on only population and our community.
პრობლემები და არ უგვაროს პრობლემები დიდი ბიზნესის წარმომადგენლებს, ან პარტიულ ლიდერებს.
თქვენი აზრით არსებობს თუ არა არჩევნების გაყალბების შანსი?
Do you think the elections can be falsified? Of course they can be falsified, and there are many ways that elections can be falsified. And we saw it clearly how the elections of Football Federation's director was made. Drugs were used, people were kidnapped. This is how the elections were made. Then we saw the elections of parliament, how they were fighting. And so on. And of course, Georgian Dream ratings were down then, and now it's even lower in Tbilisi. And of course, they're going to be more angry and aggressive. And they're going to use every move they can. What will you be doing? What will you promise to Tbilisi if you become a mayor? I will show my plan to Tbilisi if I become a mayor. And I will talk to them, and as I said it yesterday, to the people, I am an independent candidate, but I am dependent on people. My election is also dependent on people, and my ruling as well is also dependent on people. I will always be working with people, and I will not have bosses telling me what to do, and I will tell them my plans. I will be working with the society, working with the people, and I've been a Tbilisi Court Assembly working there for 3 years.
და არ მაქვს როგორც საკრებულოს 50 დეპუტატიდან ერთ-ერთ დეპუტატს შესაბამისი ბერკეტები რომ უფრო ეფექტურად მომგვარებინა მათი პრობლემა. თავს არ ვზოგავდი, მაგრამ უფლებამოსილება არ მაძლევდა მათის გაკეთებას.
But I couldn't do anything else. But right now I have chances,
იმისთვის რომ ისევ მათი პრობლემების მომგვარებაზე უფრო
I'm asking the society and people to help and vote.
Thank you, Tiona, for a detailed information. Not having a proper high school for students is a big problem in mountainous villages of Georgia. It's also one of the reasons why villagers are migrating to cities. See details in Salome Gvelesiani's report.
This is Tekla Kistauri, the oldest resident of Shuabkho. Even though the villagers have been moving to the cities and other regions because of tough conditions, Tekla is not willing to leave the place where she has lived her whole life.
არა, მე ვერ გავძლებ სხვაგან. თუ აქ არ ვიყავ. აი, კაცრი პირობებია ზამთარში ძალიან ძნელია. ძალიან ძნელია აქ საქონლის გაყვება და ცხოვრება. ყინვა, დიდი თოვლი, გზა იკეტებოდა, ეხლა კი შედარებით არა უშოვნა.
Shuabkho is one of the villages located in Pshavi that is in danger of being abandoned. One of the reasons for migration was not having a proper high school for students, which would go beyond 9th grade.
საერთოდ პირველ რიგში ეს იყო პრობლემა სკოლის, მერე არ არის გზა, ასევე არ არის კომუნიკაცია, ბოლო სოფლამდე ჩვენთან არის, მაგრამ უკანა ფშავში, სადაც კიდე არის მაცხოვრებლები, იქ არის ჯერ ტელეფონი.
But there is now hope that families that have left because of their kids' high school education will come back to their village.
საშუალო სკოლაში დაუბრუნდება, მე-10 კლასი ხო თავისთავად იქნება მე-9 გადასული, მე-11 კლასიც დაუბრუნდება და მე-12 კლასიც.
Family of Irmat Kipashvili, who is the director of Shuabkho school, is somewhat extraordinary compared to other families.
ჩემი ოჯახი არც ისეთი პატარა ოჯახია, საკმაოდ მრავალრიცხოვანი ოჯახი მყავს, 10 შვილის დედა ვარ. ამავე დროს ვარ შუაბქო საჯარო სკოლის დირექტორი. მოსახლეობის მთავარი მიზეზი აქამდე იყო სკოლის პრობლემა. და რა თქმა უნდა, კომუნიკაციის არ ქონა, გზის პრობლემა, მაღაზია აქ არ არის, ეხლა მოსახლეობის მხრივ მცირერიცხოვანი სოფლებია და არ ღირს აქ სავაჭრო ქსელს ვერ გახსნით.
According to Geostat statistics, there were 223 abandoned villages in 2014, which has dramatically grown since 2002 statistics.
ხო, გადასახლდნენ. ზოგი თბილისში, ზოგი კახეთში, ზოგი ქედში, წითელწყაროში, ეს წავიდა, წამოვიდა ხალხი.
Though the villages are slowly being emptied out, there are still individuals who go to high mountainous villages to help the community, like Gagash Tekauri, who is an English teacher and head of the Association of Pshav Khevsuratis Protected Territories.
ყველაფერს ვაკეთებ იმისთვის, რომ ხელი შეუწყო ამ რეგიონის განვითარებას, ადგილობრივი მოსახლეობის და ახალგაზრდა თაობის კეთილდღეობის ზრდას.
The future generation is also bothered by the problems, and they have hopes and plans for the future of the village.
ფიქრები მაქვს, რა უნდა გავაკეთო, რომ ქაურობას ცოტა ცივილიზაცია ამოვაწვდინო აქამდე, სურს ბანაკების მოწყობა, საზაფხულო ბანაკების და არა მარტო საზაფხულო ბანაკების და ამიტომაც ვცდილობ, რომ უფრო გავთვითცნობიერდე ამ საქმეში და შეძლებით დაგვარაც ხშირად დავდივარ საზაფხულო ბანაკებში.
The future of Shuabkho and what will actually happen is in the hands of the future generation.
The spiritual figures of the Georgian Orthodox Church held a protest in Tbilisi. Their main concern is about the inclusion of the LGBT-related topics into the I and Society and My Georgia class subject books. However, the Minister of Education, Alexandra Zhazhelava, officially denied protesters' accusation and announced that nothing unacceptable will be included into the subjects program. Nani Sisvadze covered the issue.
Some part of the society is against including of subject means the society in my Georgia at Schools program. On July 10, a group of clergy and parishioners of Georgian Orthodox Church held a protest in front of Old Parliament building. As one group of citizens think, these classes are ordered by the LGBT community.
The point is that from 2nd and 3rd grades talk about LGBT begins. That before 14 or 16 years you should not call girl, girl and boy, boy, because we don't know if she will want to stay a girl and not to become a boy. Such studying programs will morally destroy our children, will be punished physically.
According to the Ministry of Education in school subjects, Me and the Society and My Georgia, nothing is said about LGBT community or sexual education.
This new class, Me and Society and My Georgia, had been studied in schools before, and now remake version will be introduced. Both classes are part of social sciences and represents history, geography and civil education's integral course. In these subject standards, no one ever included LGBT theme or sexual education.
The demonstration is negatively evaluated by the human rights defenders of LGBT community. According to them, such kind of demonstrations serve to the LGBT community discrimination.
It's hate crime which hit hard the LGBT community. It stays out of state's adequate reaction. Those who commit the crime are not punished, and it develops syndrome of impunishment. And this increases violence towards the LGBT community. Homosexuality is not a disease, it's a person's usual psycho-emotional condition. I don't know how much about that Ministry of Education is teaching, but if so, it's acceptable.
Subject Me and Society has been approved in 2016 and now working on a textbook is going on.
The problem of early marriage is serious in Georgia. It's observed mainly in the regions where ethnic minorities live. The data from the Minister of Justice shows that nearly 600 underage marriages were registered in 2015. For a detailed information, see Aygun Rashidova's report.
Young grandmother, paradoxical expression but very real case for Manuoli. Nurida, surrounded by her family members, feels happy playing with her grandson at her 40. 26 years ago, when she was just 15, she became one of the hundreds girls of the region who hurried up to marry. But she says that the decision she made changed her life not in a good way.
Çətindir. İlkin evlilik çətindir, çox çətindir. Həyatımın məsələn görəsi günləri indən belə görməliyəm, görmədim. Elə bil tez qocalısan, həyatda hər şeyi tez erkən görürsən. Həmişə atam məni oxutmaq istəyərdi. Çox istəyərdim ki, mən oxumamışdım, tez gəlmişdim, erkən gəlmişdim. Qızımı oxudam, oğlumu oxudam. Bax, bura getməyəm, şundan mənim uşaqlarıma qaldı belə. Oxutmaq çox istəyərdim ki, mən çəkdiklərimi də uşaqlarım da çəkməsin.
In the world of 21st century, an access to information is no longer an issue. But for some societies, the lack of information creates certain issues, and early marriage is one of them, and yet common for Georgia's Primokarta region.
The problem of early marriage is serious in Georgia. So, according to the United Nations Population Fund's reports for 2015, Georgia ranks second among Eastern European countries in terms of early marriage. As the data from Ministry of Justice shows, nearly 600 underage marriages were registered in 2015. In reality, the figure can be even greater as the data is not complete. Most child marriages up to 16 years are not officially registered, which complicates the collection of precise data. Georgian legislation is quite strict for people who want to have sexual intercourse or marriage with a minor.
But Nola Samharadze, who works on gender issues in Marnouli, thinks that it's not enough for eradicate the problem.
The government needs to have about 10 years action plan, because we know that it's the social problems. It is because of gender equality, because of stereotypes, and we need about 10 years to change people's mind. Our judge told me last year that they punished 33 men for this, but nobody has these real statistics. Also, I told you that the only this giving notification is a big problem in Georgia. Nobody inform police, nobody inform social agencies that there is a case of early marriage.
Rayonun başında o uşaq qız var ikən. Elə bir uşaq var 13 yaşında. O uşaq hələ yerində öz çarpayısında yatmağı bilməyəndə görür.
Əgər eləki insanları, eləki ailələri bir-iki nəfəri cərimələnməz, başqaları qorxub elə hərəkət ediləməz.
O qız uşaq bir insan var, evlənəcək. Bu zad vaxtı. Həddi buluğa
Definitely, with all this in Marnouli, there are families with an open mindset. The Cherpanov's family is trying hard to change the society. They believe that for global changes, in the first place, it's necessary to start with yourself.
Baxırsan ki, nə deyirlər ki, yox, qız nədir, oxumaq nədir. Amma o düz fikir deyil. Qız da oxumalıdır. Qız niyə oxumamalıdır? Oxumamalıdır. Yəni, onları başa düşə bilmirəm mən. Bu uşağı belə əslində baxanda oğlandan da beyin olur. Burası nə deyil. Əsas onları oxutmaq lazımdır. Hamıya bir marojnu, ma 2 dənə marojnu. İmtahandan keçmişəm.
He wants his children to be educated. He frequently discusses it with children in order to motivate them.
Desən? Nə deyim? Denən ki, oxumaq lazımdır, lazım deyil. Yox, hərdə seriyoz mu danışır? Oxumaq lazımdır, lazım deyil. Bu nədir? Ərəm getmək istəyirsən. Sən vaxtın burada söhbət edirik, biz onu protiv edirik, sən desinlər. Oxumaq mı lazımdır, ərəm getmək? Sənin fikrin zehnətə?
Oxumalı desən?
Oxumaq lazım.
Özün yerə çıx desən ki, imtahanlarından
Nə bilim, deyirsən, jurnalist olacağım, biologiya müəllimi olacağım, geometri olacağım, şahmatist olacağım, bütün hər şey sayısını da desin, bilmirəm. Hələ seçimi də eləmirsən.
Ancaq nədə çox şirindir. Demək olar ki, oğlumdan da çox istəyirəm mən bunu.
Coming back to Nurida, although she's happy grandma today, she urges young girls first of all to enjoy their youth and not to rush to early maturity.
Women who try to avoid domestic violence have to go back to their abusers because of employment issues. Ombudsman reports state in most of the cases victims cannot find jobs because they don't have higher education. For detailed information, watch Ekaterina Kharbedia's report.
Tina ran away from her abusive husband with her 2 children. However, her road to shelter wasn't easy.
1 year ago, when I wrote an application and asked for shelter service after my husband broke my head during the fight, I've had concussion of the brain and went through treatment in the hospital. I've got all the documents proving that violence was happening in my house, but no. I was told that it was happened a year ago and new fixed cases is needed.
Access to jobs is crucial for beneficiaries because all shelter services are temporary from 3 to 6 months usually and stop all social welfare a victim ever had.
This rehabilitation program is important because victims could not live in shelter all her life. This rehabilitation and integrations includes finding job for the beneficiary. The main problem is access to jobs, which is crucial for victims who must be economically independent for the abuser and violent environment in general.
As the Ombudsman's report states, most of the victims could not find jobs and they don't have a higher education. According to Women Crisis Center statistics, They had 57 beneficiaries in 2017, but much less received jobs.
In 2017, as I can say according to Women Crisis Center statistics, we helped find a job for 3 beneficiaries.
Left without any source of income, victims are forced to return back to the abusers or find another harmful relationships, which are conditioned by their untreated trauma.
Due to symptomatic, which is called repeated trauma experience, women neurobiology and mental health is arranged that way that they begin similar type of relationships again, especially when rehabilitation and therapy didn't work well. This means that all these state services are non-stable and short-term, and along with repeated trauma experience symptoms, it puts women again in the same abusive relationship.
In Tina's case, she had a positive experience of using shelters rehabilitation programs.
Social worker and staff in general systematically sent us to different places, compose CVs for us. We passed different training and received certificates. We studied English, maths, they did their best, and we received. Extremely helpful.
Despite Ombudsman recommendations and a lot of improvements in this field, beneficiaries' unemployment still stays in a big issue. But still, there is hope that cases similar to Tina's one will increase in the nearest future.
Concentration, attention span problems regarding the internet addiction are common nowadays. Chess might be a good means to solve these problems, but the internet is changing and reshaping chess as well. Javed Ramazanov covers the issue.
Internet has a tremendous influence on people nowadays, and this influence is not always good. For instance, concentration, attention span problems regarding with internet addiction are common enough. Therefore, some people send their children to chess schools to help them to improve some qualities. But internet is changing and reshaping chess as well. Official of Georgian Chess Federation, Sofia Nikoladze, says that chess is still very popular, but lots of things changed too. Above all, today many people simply are not able to sit for hours to play chess or watch games.
Nowadays, many people addicted to internet. Recently, I was in a place and there I observed a group of teenager girls sitting together, but communicating with each other with their smartphones. They created group chat and made a conversation. This tendency, internet, is influencing chess as well. Today, Rapt and Blitz games became more popular among people than classical chess.
Sophia says that internet gives us everything as ready. Because of severe computerizing, games of many modern chess players became boring. But despite everything, with the help of chess, people can develop patience, concentration and analyzing skills. Today, internet became the essential part of preparation of chess players, but they rarely use social media and other similar stuff. Georgian chess player Lely Babilashvili believes that overuse of such websites will definitely affect players' performance. Discipline is vital for every professional player.
I'm sure that today many people, especially children, have big problems related to concentration and attention span. The addiction of children to internet is not a good tendency at all.
Internet is an essential part of our lifestyle, but we should be aware that we are using internet or internet is using us, says psychotherapist Nina Gogochia.
When patient is coming to me and telling that, I'm, for example, 1 hour or more spending, I don't know what doing, sitting and scrolling, for example, we are creating some plan, and there is a walk, for example, there is hours for reading and hours for family relationships, and it's funny for them, and I'm telling them that, now you're telling me that I'm not interested at all, but after 2 or 3 days, when you are just following to your plan, endorphins are coming back and you just feel life.
Nina advises that healthy lifestyle and positive thinking is important to get rid of problems caused by internet addiction. Documentary projects of Chipa students were presented during industrial meetings in Armenia. According to Eurasia Doc, the film My Neighbor.
ზედა მხარეს და ქვედა მხარეს 1-10 სანტიმეტრი კვადრატული სანტიმეტრი არ იქნება დარჩენილი ჩემი ხელები რო არ შეხებია.
არ ვიცი მოვკლავ თუ არა მე. მოვკლავ გასულ რა მინდა გაყოლა რა უნდა. არა და რა უნდა არ მომიკლავს არც ქათამი არც არაფერი არ. ვისწავლი არაფერი. ვისწავლი? ო. როგორ გააკეთე მიგრე.
Want to say hello? Hello to Jipa I and good luck with your news program and hang on. Yesterday it was very stressful day. We had pitch in the morning, then for the whole day we had group meetings and we had to show the trailers, the footage, so it was really stressful and really hard and it's really a big experience. Tomorrow the producers and the broadcaster will announce with whom are they interested in. So let's see what happens to our projects and who gets involved. And let's see, we don't know yet the future of the projects. We will have one-to-one meetings. Yes, we will have meetings with the producers and the broadcasters. Yes, and broadcasters. We are very nervous. And we hope that some of the producers or some of the broadcasters will get interested to our project also.
That's all for this year.
Wait for the news from the next year's students.